Thank you for being here once again. Thank you for being here. Let me choose the light for us. Oh, that's the funny one. This one, right? I think you will like this one. Sorry today from the camera. Yes. Is chosen. Prohibition. So I'm going to check that. Again, what is the statistics saying that literally about 71% of the women are ready literally to literally fight again for their right, for their freedom of the choice, what they are going to do with their body. So I'm not going to say is it pro or not. It's just a freedom. It's just a private thing in freedom as well, not to be not to be prosecuted as well, punished if they do whatever they want to do with their body. So, like I'm repeating, 71% of the women by research are ready to fight for their own right, to return their right. Like how you are going America, how you are going to fight for this. I'm just curious why the people were lazy and how these things in the spiritual war literally, and that COVID turned to be a global crisis, how use this law that is literally now pushing again, lowering the women position in society, how United States, that was always progressive with the feminists, that they were just fighting for the women's rights as well. I'm the warrior for the women's rights from the childhood, and I do believe that it's always suppressive. Whatever women do, it's always judged and being suppressive, not just in Iran today when we have this crisis in Iran, and it's happening in the middle of Los Angeles, happening everywhere, guys. And it's not just to blame Iran and not just to talk it's Libya, Iran, or Middle East. It's literally happening everywhere. Again, I'm shocked that US got this year, but it's a part, this prohibition, it's a part of that spiritual war. Just be aware, it's literally going to provoke the civil war. Is that true or not? So they are reflecting few different challenges as well. It seems like it's lacking of the woman initiative. It's lacking as well fathers and brothers and friends fighting and going as well to fight for their women, friends, siblings, or daughters. So why is the laziness of the society? That's what I'm going to talk about today. It's not just, it's a part of my healing and again lecturing about the alienation in society and how we are scared to go out of the box and how we are scared to fight for our freedom and our choices are. And literally, this is a society that we are living totally submissive. It's a global submissive society, I might just say. And can this 71% of the women that is on the cover page really do something that change in US? So let's see. Midterm election, we're going back to that statement. Midterm election in US, will they return the abortion freedom? Thank you, spirits. First of all, there is immaturity. Like I said, there is immaturity, lackage of courage. Look at, I got page once for the courage card. There is taking a risk, but that as well, it could be as well the young people are going to take a risk and go out on the streets, because the first time when was this first wave, remember that first wave, people were pretty surprised and they didn't have that reaction, like everybody was shaken with this. I mean, all of the world. And as well, guys, do check up the Wheel of Fortune is here. Yes, there is a second round, and probably as well, I do believe whatever was this immature, not ready to take an action in that first part when they got that news, remember, start of the year, it's take a courage, and seems like this courage needs that second round as well. Again, like I said on the start, where there is a laziness and there is not a bravery, there is not a courage of this 71% of the population that they would literally vote for returning that freedom for their choices, what they're going to do with the pregnancy or not. And I'm not going to name it as well. Just to check it, there is that injustice and somebody wants a second chance. Give me a chance to clear that injustice, because this is against the human rights, and seems like young people will this time be brave as well. I can look that way as well, because they want the truth. This is up to the next generation, guys. And yes, again, if there were, if it's my generation and our mothers were suffering, grandmothers, like, we need to fight for the youngsters. That's what I see. That injustice. That's what I see. This is taking a source to fight for, take a risk for our next generation as well. Let me see again. Will there be return of the abortion freedom in the US by midterm election? First of all, the women that they're in charge in society, the women that are successful in whatever field, in elite, first of all, celebrity women as well, the women that they're literally. Again, I see literally the shade of the spirit here with us. I'm serious. I see two shades. And are we supported with ancestors and with the angels literally to do something? Seems so. And look at, there is literally celebrity women, women in elite of society. Is that celebrity public figure? Is that women in charge of every infrastructure? Is that the women in every field in charge and being powerful? Queen of Pentacles are these women in politics as well, but as well pushed from the rest of the elite women, because the money and women with the money, they can enroll towards, and with that money the Congress will start that question. Seems so, because look at this bunny, this woman is holding the money, and the money will roll and make it faster, the change of that decision. Look at the bunny is bringing that fast decision as well with the Fool card and Wheel of Fortune. It seems like yes, the answer is yes, we're going to pay for this injustice to be like changed, because we were immature with the women and of the elite, the women of elite, the women that they could even have the power of the money and celebrity. There was immature decision. There were zero decisions, I would say. There was a lackage, not a zero, but there was a lack of decision of majority of these women, because the women in society in every country, starting from the World War, where I was researching and doing the portraits of the women around the world, I can just have my experience shared with you. Everywhere women are women of the power, because even if they lack the money, they are the one that they're working, and they are that will of society that makes the society roll on. And as well, it seems like it's not just about the life that they are giving, it's just as well that they're with their own hands, while they were literally like in the middle of the rice field in Nepal, in the middle of the desert in Namibia. I'm talking about my experience, where I would literally go with the camera to take a portraits of the hardworking women. They were always the hardworking women. So you cannot tell me that if you are in charge of all the societies, all the countries, even if you lack the financial power, but you're the one that you're the labor class and the one that you're giving the life, you have to take care of this and be in charge to make it faster. Fast actions is needed with this Benny, and a motivation as well with the elite, the women that are on the top of the society. And seems like as well the mothers and the wives, they should as well be in charge to fight for their next generation. Again, whatever was the tricks, whatever was the trick, it took them too long to make this reaction. Like there was no strong, there was no strong, there was no strong force preparation. Whatever was happening this year, that news, like literally there was, like I said, repeating. There was with this injustice, there was as well lack of the support of all the peoples and marketing and everything that goes in this cycle of let's fight against, like somehow there was a blockage. It's very funny because again, like all this year, there is so much blockage about that force of Empress, and as well these Taurus blockages of people who are as well in this, literally in the sign of Taurus, but that Taurus is an Empress as well. And look at that card as well. Was that some injustice around and blockage around that female energy in general? Because again, it was a suffering of the female element. Divine feminine was lacking of action, and that's why here we see it's a need for serious action for a second round of Empress, of women there can be in charge of their issue, and any kind of state with the pregnancy or abortion. The scary thing is that's what I see here, being scared when the people cannot be in charge even as a parent of their pregnancy, when it's even the wife life in stake. That's the scary part of what was the news and updates in the law during this year, and that's what you need to stand for with this card. Fool, being brave because you're scared to make that move, because you're aware that this is just, again, everything is just spiritual war. Look at that devilish energy, and this was a trivial, this was a trivial, literally spiritual attack. Again, look at spiritual attack to provoke that, literally to again spiritual attack and devilish energy with that misogyn, promotion of the misogyn part of the society. Like I just heard, low life, that they are literally against their mothers, that there are people who hate their own mother, who hate women in general. It's nothing about the life. I don't see here any card of the life and life force, and I don't see the card even of the pregnancy. This is pure misogyn. Putting on the stop, look at, guys, putting on the hold, pardon, expression. I'm thinking on another language. Look at, I think, mix of the Greek and other languages before I translate it on English sometimes, pardon. So, you see, they want to put on a hold the women, the people who are literally here all the time, ready for that injustice. And again, with the card of the Lovers and Wheel of Fortune, look at, it seems like there is a second round, really. So yes, be ready, and this 71% can go to a 91. So yes, please do promote as well this video and any kind of the articles, interview, anything with the team about we need to fight for women's rights around the world. Promote it, even if it's not in your state. Promote it. Any news about the women, any news about any news from any country. It's very important at this hour to protect the divine feminine energy and to return back in the power, the feminine, divine feminine energy. Good luck with the Wheel of Fortune and Queen of Pentacles. And fight for your children. Right. Kisses to all. Peace and love.